Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Port Huron Area School District Soccer Complex for another exciting game of girls high school varsity soccer here on PHHS 6. I'm Carl Stafford for tonight's matchup. Your home Port Huron Northern Lady Huskies take on the visiting crosstown rivals, the Port Huron High Big Reds. Just about down to the field now as we're set to get this one underway. Port Huron will start off with the ball this evening. So a slight delay on the field. Again, it's been kind of a rough day for soccer. Had actually a little bit of snow, hail earlier in the evening during the JV game. But now things seem to have cleared up for the varsity. Back to Oberski for Port Huron High, and we got this one underway. That's Kirsten DeWitt. Up to CJ Trice, dumps it into the northern zone, and out comes goalkeeper Aston Hearn. So booted ball towards center off the head of a Port Huron High Big Red. Back to the defense, dumping it in the zone. And eventually will roll out of bounds. We will have a Husky throw-in. Throw-in will be taken by Shelby Jordan. No, pass that off. Ball played at center. That's Jiska Kloss for the Big Reds. That ball dumped in. Let's see if Huskies can track it down. Getting close to the corner now. Centering pass, and nice save by the goalkeeper for Port Huron High, Shelby Connard, sophomore goaltender. Booted that ball back out towards center. Sam Warsala, pass up to Jessica Kloss for the Big Reds. In the zone, long shot on net, and out for the save. Looked like it just would have been wide. But picked up anyway by the goalkeeper for Port Huron Northern. Ball again played out towards center. Going to be first touch by the Big Reds. Eventually out of bounds. We will have a throw-in, Huskies. Played towards center. Dumped down the Big Red sideline. Trying to turn, knocked out of bounds by the Husky. Now stayed in. Ball staying around at center. Eventually dumped in. Just going to see if she has an opportunity to center this. Instead plays it back. Try to get it to Jennifer Senick. Eventually played out of bounds. Will be a Big Red throw-in. Throwing headed right back out, so Amber Davis will again throw it in for the Big Reds. This time gets a little farther into the box, could roll out of bounds, centering pass in front of the net and knocked away by a Northern defender. Not done yet though are the Big Reds. Long high ball played in. And caught by again Ashton Hearn, junior. Net for the Huskies. Played along on the near sideline. That's Georgia Jones, Kaylee Gordon. Katrina Oberski booted it out of the zone for the Big Reds, trying to chase it down. And the Huskies will knock it out of bounds. That was Marley Jones back on defense. So we will wait for a Port Huron High throw-in. Taking the throw-in will be CJ Trice. Again, bump back out of bounds. We'll try this again. So 36:02 remaining here in the first half of tonight's game. Again, very early in this one, very early in this season. Ball again will roll out of bounds, so Big Reds with another throw in. Short throw in. Into the box, nice pass back. That's Kirsten DeWitt had an opportunity there, but taken away by the Huskies. Played out towards center. Looks like the Big Reds are going to get there first, dump it back in. Cross pass played in front, will roll through. Kaylee Gordon able to get a foot on it for the Huskies. At least clear the zone for now. Nice takeover on the far side. In the corner, eventually out of bounds. I believe it's going to be off Port Huron High, so we will have a goal kick for the Huskies upcoming. Looks like a goal kick will be taken by Marley Jones. Short goal kick right to the Big Reds. Kirsten DeWitt had control of it. Now the pass back to DeWitt, but it's going to be cut off. Big Red Huskies tried to clear the zone, and DeWitt almost with a chance in front of the net for the Big Reds early. That ball's going to be off Port Huron High, and now the zone for now. So Husky throw-in, but some early pressure coming from the Port Huron High Big Reds in tonight's game. Ball stolen by Oberski at center. She'll dump it in. She has Kirsten Warzinski on the far side. Centering pass and will roll in. And I believe that was actually off a Husky. Warzinski was the last Big Red to touch it. But just like that, the Big Reds up 1-0, 33-48 remaining here in the first half of play. So we'll get set to line it up again at center. Huskies started off. Back to Georgia Jones. Eventually roll out of bounds again. Big Red throw-in. Again, will be taken by Trice. Header sends it back into the Big Red zone. Played by Jennifer Senek at center, back to Oberski. Again, Jennifer Senek trying to take control on the far side, bumped off by Georgia Jones. Jones will knock it out of bounds for the Huskies, so Big Red throwing on the far sideline. Upcoming. Or Husky throwing, excuse me. Caught a little bit of space. I believe that's Ashley Zinkel on the far side. We'll roll out of bounds. It didn't catch the signal there. So we'll see what we have coming up. Looks like we will have a corner kick for the Lady Huskies. Taking it will be number 9, Morgan Smith. So really the first big scoring opportunity for the Huskies here tonight. See if they can play a good ball out towards center. Hooking nicely into the box, bounced around off the Big Reds, and they will clear it. But nice corner kick by Morgan Smith. Huskies is unable to do anything with it. Fighting for this will roll out of bounds. Gonna be off Port Huron High. Throw in Alyssa Campbell. Dump back into the Husky defense. Chelsea Borkovich controls it at center for the Huskies. Played back Georgia Jones. Running the sideline, looking to center. Pass right to the Big Red defense. The Big Reds able to clear. Nice move there. Kirsten DeWitt now controls it at center. Long pass. close to offsides there, but Jessica Kloss is able to knock that ball up to the corner. But Huskies able to turn it back the other way. Oberski with a takeaway at center. And going to be whistled for offsides there was Kirsten Warzinski. So we'll have a free kick for the Huskies. Jessica Senek plays it for the Big Reds and will roll out of bounds. Forward here on Northern throw-in. 30-41 remaining. Again, if you're just joining us, Big Reds up to a 1-0 lead in this one. With an opportunity there, got a rush. Centering pass. Got there in time. Let's see if they can get a shot off here. Turn around, try to set the teammate. Out comes the goalkeeper and will make a nice save, Ashton Hearn. But definitely an opportunity there for the Big Reds here to make it a 2-0 game. Oberski again taken away at center. Off to Jennifer Senek. Being attacked from behind, she plays the ball up. And the Husky defense will turn and knock it out of bounds as Andrea Jordan, senior defenseman for the Huskies. So a throw in for Port Huron High, played back. Senek plays it towards center. Huskies look like they're gonna be able to clear it. Chasing it down is Oberski. Let's see if she can keep this ball in play for the Big Reds. Centering pass. The Big Reds able to keep possession. That's Kirsten DeWitt. Play back, and the Huskies will play it up and out of bounds along the near sideline. Big Red throw in. So again, Trice will take the throw in. Take a short throw in back to Ashley Gracie. The ball will be knocked out of bounds, and we will have a Port Huron Northern throw in. Also a substitution for the Huskies. Looks like number 7, Ashley Zinkel, will sub into the game at forward. All played up off Jennifer Senek. Huskies take control. Allison Zhang fighting for it on the far side for the Huskies. Eventually knocked out of bounds. Trice able to knock this one away for the Big Reds. Plays the ball up towards center. Knocked up Kirsten Warsala. And played into the box was Sammy Warsala. And picked up by the Northern goalkeeper. That's Chelsea Borkovich, senior forward for the Huskies, trying to make a charge. Knocked away by the Big Red defense, but the Huskies aren't done yet. Play a ball back into the box. Morgan Smith. Again, Smith moving around with it. Jennifer Senek turns it upfield for the Big Reds, knocked right back and out of bounds. So Big Red throw in far sideline. Again, Carl Staffhorst here for CPHS 6. Looks like we have some substitutions on the Port Huron High sideline. Again, long shot in on that, comes in high, nice save by Shelby Connor. Those can be tougher than they look. Awkward bounces coming into the box. Although the field's in pretty good shape here early in the season. especially on a cold night like this. It's easy to have one slip away from you. Huskies in control. Ashley Zinkel plays one into the box. Out chasing is Connor. She will pick this one up. Long run there. We'll see if she will boot this one away. Short kick played by the Huskies. And this is going to be knocked out of bounds, so we will have a Port Huron High goal kick. It's a goal kick for Port Huron High. Versky playing it at center. Got it up to Sammy Warsala. Versky plays the ball up. She has Taylor Johnson. Have a Port Huron High throw in now. Bouncing into the box, shot off, centering pass. And off Jessica Klaus, but the goalkeeper will again pick that up. Definitely seeing more action than on the Port Huron High sideline tonight is Ashton Kern in net for the Huskies. Kirsten DeWitt now plays the ball up to Jessica Klaus. Gets it right back. Let's see if she can center this one. Out comes the goalkeeper, and we'll scoop this one up. Bright idea, though, as she had Taylor Johnston in front of the net. Chelsea Borkovich back to Kaylee Gordon. Borkovich, Oberski cuts her off and knocked out of bounds for Port Huron High. Ways we got a huge couple substitutions here for Port Huron High. Nice throw in for Port Huron High, up to Oberski. Played along the sidelines. Sammy Warsala in the corner. As it taken away by Morgan Smith for Port Huron Northern. Kind of trapped in the corner. Not much she can do here. Doesn't want to give up a corner. And a nice play to keep it just a throw-in for Port Huron High. Throw in to Kirsten DeWitt. Back to Warsala, centering pass, out comes the goalkeeper. And again, able to scoop it up. Ball taken to Northern control at center. Nice play, Trice, taken away for the Big Reds. Haley Gordon, ball knocked away, Trice out of bounds, so Husky throwing on the near sideline. Quite a few substitutions for the Huskies here. Getting fresh legs out on the field. 22-24 remaining here in the first half. Port Huron High Big Red still up with a 1-0 lead. Now Alyssa Campbell with the throw in for the Huskies. Off the head, chasing down the corner is Katie Patterson. Bumped out of bounds, and once again we will have a throw in. Again out of bounds, it will stay Husky. Stay Husky soccer ball. Again, throwing right down the sideline. Play down and see if the Big Reds can clear it. At least out back to the sideline. Oberski turns it upfield. And it will stay in bounds up till center. And eventually bumped out. So again, Husky throw in. Nice defensive play by Oberski. Ball dumped in by Morgan Smith. Played back on defense, and a nice ball played forward Marley Jones for the Huskies. Now this is a foot race here. Onside, let's see if the Port Huron High can get a shot on net. Unable to there, taken away. They attempted the centering pass. Now the Huskies trying to make a run. Don't have the teammates back and will go out of bounds, so. So a throw in for Port Huron Northern. So CJ Trice plays a nice ball up for Port Huron High. Chasing it down onside. That's Sammy Warsala. Stops and turns. She's going to try to center it. Gets a nice pass over to Kirsten DeWitt. And out of bounds. So Port Huron High throw in again. Trice takes the walk. See the throw in. Short throw in to DeWitt. Played back to the sideline, but only Port Huron High there off the foot wrong of Trice. The ball will be turned over to the Huskies. Oberski comes out of nowhere, steals the throw in. Knocked right back out. This time Big Red throw in. Quick pause as we got a substitution. Looks like we have Danielle McFadden subbing in for the Big Reds. And it Witt back to Thrice. Turning upfield for the Huskies, Katie Patterson. Played at center, a little contact out there. Shannon Zinkel knocked away by Oberski. Nice pass, but a little off the mark, and will roll out of bounds. Husky throw in. Oberski with the pass up to Warsala. Again, being trapped in that corner. And the Huskies will turn it upfield, but out of bounds, so it's time to DeWitt with a throw in. Turning it up, didn't get very far, and again out of bounds, so Port Huron High keeping the ball in the zone, keeping the pressure on the Huskies. Centering pass. Played by Allison Zhang. Nice charge by Ashley Gracie. Doing a good job on defense tonight for the Big Reds. Played to Oberski at center. Again, long ball played in, deflected. And we're going to have a whistle there, and we will have a free kick for Northern. Ball played in for Port Huron High. And the ball's off Northern, so we will have a corner kick for the Big Reds. So a scoring opportunity here for the Big Reds. Long ball played in off the Husky defender and out of bounds. No scoring opportunity really there. Trying to keep it together was Megan Reyna for the Big Reds. Ball centered. Played by Georgia Jones. Now CJ Trice up into the box. Chasing it to the corner, Taylor Johnston. Opportunity here for the Big Reds. Tough save in the corner for Ashton Hearn. Again, doing a pretty good job staying behind net for the Huskies tonight, only giving up 1 goal against quite a bit of pressure from this Port Huron High Big Red team. Trice with a big boot away. That ball's going to be off the Port Huron High Big Red and out of bounds. So Husky throw in deep in their own zone. Substitution for the Huskies. Looks like number 15, Kaylee Gordon, is back in the game. Out of bounds along the sideline. Big Red throwing now. So 14:38 remaining here in the first half of play. Port Huron High Big Reds up 1-0 over their crosstown rivals, the Port Huron Northern Huskies. This is the Huskies are home tonight, even though both teams actually share this building as their own field. It's their home field, but the Huskies are the home team. Opportunity there, centering pass. Not a good clear for the Huskies. Shot left-footed. Let's see if we can get a centering pass here. It goes over to Crystal Dravling. Trying to center. This ball taken away. Played back in Oberski and will bounce in, and the goalkeeper will come in to make the save, but pressure on till the very last second. Good offensive sequence for the Big Reds. So again, ball played up towards back ball played towards center. Have a deadlock there. Huskies now trying to make a move along the far sideline. That's Ashley Zinkel. And Oberski will actually take it away and clear it up towards center. Oberski really all over the field tonight. Now a foot race, that's DeWitt. Johnston now. Bumped off and out of bounds. Husky throw in. Good defense, Andrea Jordan for the Huskies. So a throw in for the Huskies. Low header, but right back to the Port Huron High defense. Back to Trice at center. Long ball played out to the Huskies and out of bounds. Big Red throw-in. Looks like we got a couple more substitutions. Throw-in will be taken by Danielle McFadden. Oberski with a nice hustle, centering pass. Could be a big opportunity for the Huskies, but a clearing. But a nice clear. by the Huskies defense. Now coming back the other way, out comes Shelby Connard, making a long run for that save. Far sideline keeping in are the Huskies. That's Chelsea Borkovich now. Taken away by Oberski, trying to turn it back up for the Big Reds. And booted right back and eventually out of bounds by Morgan Smith. So throw in inside their own zone for the Big Reds. 10:41 remaining. Again, the Big Reds still up 1-0. Here in tonight's matchup. Carl Staffhorse here for CPHS 6. There we see after the throw in there, off a Husky and back out of bounds. So Big Reds will try it again. Ball gets back to the Port Huron High defense. And out of bounds, so again the Huskies will throw it in. So not a lot of offensive pressure put on tonight by the Huskies. Not here in the first half anyway. Couple shots, but that's about it. Ball's pretty much been inside the Husky zone all night. Score still only 1-0 by a good goalkeeping effort by Ashton Hearn for the Huskies. Ball at center. That's Danielle McFadden for the Big Reds, taken away by Georgia Jones. For the Huskies, ball played up Ashley Zinkel. Nice defense by Trice. Break it up back to Jones. Ball played back up towards center. A whistle there, not quite sure what the call was there. But we will have a free kick for Port Huron High. Taking a long run, Ashley Gracie to take the kick. Low kick taken over by the Huskies. Now in Kaylee Gordon's control. Up the far sideline, eventually out of bounds. Off the Big Reds, so a Husky throw in. CJ Trice tracked down. Northern's going to keep it in. Again, Ashley Zinkel. Nice centering pass. A little off the mark. Northern really outmatched by the Port Huron High defense. Don't mean in a sense of talent, but in a sense of bodies. Really not seeing the midfielders from the Huskies up on the offensive, especially being down. Being down 1-0, Georgia Jones, tough defense by Katrina Oberski. And eventually played out of bounds, Husky throw-in. Ashley Zinkel centering pass. Looks like Georgia Jones might be able to get a shot off. Now the Big Reds starting to chase the ball out of the zone, back up towards center. That's Jessica Klaus. Georgia Jones getting up to Chelsea Borkovich. Ball bouncing around at center. But beginning to see a little more aggressiveness by the Huskies here in the last couple minutes. Ball play in Trice. Looks like she's going to turn it upfield for the Big Reds. And out of bounds. Nope, kept in, excuse me. But eventually out of bounds by the Big Reds. Allison Zhang will throw in. No, handed that one off to Kaylee Sherbut for the throw-in. Now a foot race for it, that's Kirsten Warzinski. Centering pass, bouncing around still, and eventually scooped up by Hearn. But Hearn's had a couple scenarios tonight with ball bouncing around in front of the net with a few big reds there. Ooh, takes tough shot in the head for Chelsea Borkovich. She seems like she's all right. Georgia Jones trying to get something going for her Huskies. And Thrice coming over for defense, plays it up along the sideline. Nice job keeping that ball in bounds. Now played in, and that's why we're seeing the lack of the Port Huron High offense. Midfielder staying back, helping with the defense. Can't say I blame them with a 1-0 lead. That ball's going to go out of bounds, though. So we'll have a throw-in for Port Huron High. Will be taken by Amber Davis. We'll have a couple substitutions for both squads. Ball taken away by Borkovich. Eventually out of bounds, and will stay Husky throw-in. So 4:32 now remaining in the first half. Again, Port Huron High still up with a 1-0 lead. Have to change that call. It was a Port Huron High throw-in. Allison Zhang for the Huskies. Plays it up to the Big Red defense. Eventually knocked out of bounds, Husky throw-in. Physical play at center, that's Jennifer Senek. Plays a long ball up into the Husky defense. Backpedaling, knocked it out of bounds was Andrea Jordan off a Big Red, so throw-in will be a Husky one. And headed right back out, by a Big Red. So Huskies will do it again. Ball played towards center, controlled by the Huskies. That's Zhang. Bumped off, nice play, Andrea Jordan keeping the ball alive for the Huskies. But back to the Big Red defense. Fighting for it there is Aina Koshkinen. Hope I pronounced that one correctly. The Huskies trying to make a run, tried to center it, still in bounds, and out will come the goalkeeper, Connor, to pick that one up. Good break for the Big Reds, preventing a Husky corner kick. Centering pass, nice ball played up. Let's see if she can track it down. It is Kirsten Warzinski. So Zhang again playing up. Again, Bursky tracking it down for the Big Reds. Again, Oberski being all over, really traveling all over the field tonight. Doing a good job in that midfield position. All bumped back out of bounds. Will be a Husky throw-in. So 1:55 remaining on the clock. So the Port Huron Huskies have looked a lot better in these last 10 minutes here of the first half at least, but still not major scoring opportunities on goal. Centering, though. Let's see if they can get some shot on the goal. Weak shot, left-footed, and out comes Connard again to scoop that ball up. Back in the corner, chasing it down is Megan Reyna. Turns it upfield, nice pass. Had that to Crystal Draveling. That's Ina. Gets it over to Jennifer Senek. Huskies could have a chance to clear here. Coming back, nice play for the Big Reds, Jessica Class, excuse me. Trying to center it, but it will roll out of bounds, and looks like the signal we will have a corner kick for Port Huron High. So final minutes of play, 32 seconds remaining on the clock. But one last scoring opportunity for the Huskies, definitely here in the first half. Ball played in, low kick, bouncing around off a foot, and eventually will be scooped up, but Kirsten Warzinski with a nice effort there. But a nice save again, Ashton Hearn, who's becoming the story for the Huskies here tonight, keeping them in this one. Again, the Big Reds only up 1-0 as the final seconds, tick off from this first half. One shot on goal and will be scooped up. Shelby Connard, there's the whistle. So that will do it with the first half of soccer here from Port Huron Area School District Soccer Complex. Port Huron High Big Reds 1, Port Huron Northern Huskies 0. We'll be back for second half action of tonight's game in just a moment here on CPHS 6. Okay, welcome back to second half action here on CPHS 6. I'm Carl Staffhorst. Tonight's matchup, we have the Port Huron Northern Huskies taking on the visiting Port Huron High Big Reds in a rivalry soccer action. So after one half of play, the Big Reds are up 1-0 over the Huskies. Just quickly played out of bounds. We will have a goal kick for Port Huron High. Let's see if Northern can come off a little more aggressive here in the second half of tonight's game. In goal tonight, we have Shelby Connard for Port Huron High. And in net for the Huskies, Ashton Hearn. Hearn really seeing a lot of action in the first half of play. Only allowing one goal, though. Huskies on a move early. Kaylee Gordon, centering pass, knocked away, and the shot by Chelsea Borkovich, high and wide. But again, seeing a aggressive Husky team here. Starting second half of play. Goal kick for Port Huron High. Ball gotten out to center. Oberski with it now. Played up and out of bounds on the sideline. So we have a Husky throw in. Short delay while we track down a ball. Come running throw in. Bursky played it back to the Husky defense. That's Morgan Smith trying to turn it upfield for the Huskies. Again, sticking with it. Header at center. Long pass played in, bumped off by Northern. Turned back the other way, then Shelby Jordan will control it for the Huskies. That was Amber Davis with the boot. Foot race here, make a move, then you're having an open shot, but nice defense by the Huskies, and they will knock it out of bounds. So will be a Husky throw in. Off Port Huron High, so the Huskies will try this one again. Header, ball played by Jennifer Senek. Untouched by Georgia Jones for the Huskies. Chasing in the center, Oberski again with nice defense. No one over there to protect, though. So Allison Zhang. Eventually bumped out of bounds on the far sideline. Port Huron High throw in. Throwing into Jessica Klaus. Huskies pressure on the far sideline, trying to make a move, cut it inside. And there the Northern defense, or the Port Huron High defenses, clear it back towards center. Again over to Sang. Big Red defense will again clear it. Have a whistle of a free kick for the Huskies. Up comes Georgia. No, it's not. Thought it was Georgia Jones. Might have been Jordan Foltz. Ball eventually played out of bounds. Have a Husky throw in. Off ahead. Cleared back out to the sidelines by Jennifer Senek for the Big Reds. But the Huskies still threatening. Again, bumped out of bounds. Huskies will do it again. 35 minutes remaining here in the game. Port Huron High still with a 1-0 lead. Centering, let's see if Big Reds look like they might clear it. Dumped it back in. That's Kaylee Gordon to the corner. Pass up, turn and fire. And off a Port Huron High defender and out of bounds. Nice defensive play. I believe that's Becca Jackson. Again, high ball played in off the top of the net. And the goalkeeper, Shelby Connor, just able to get a hand on that, knock it out of bounds. So it'll be off her, and running up to take the free kick, the corner kick, will be Marley Jones. So the defender with a long run to the corner. Chance for the Huskies. Nice ball played in off the head, bounced in front of the net, still in front. Bouncing around. Let's see if the Big Reds will clear it, and we will have another corner kick for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. So this time with two players, the short corner. Ball played a little too far ahead, no, able to control it. Long shot in. Out comes goalkeeper Shelby Connard with a nice save for Port Huron High. So Connard starting to take on a little pressure of the Huskies here. Port Huron High, Big Red throw in. On the far sideline, a couple substitutions. Played back into the defense to center. Taylor Johnston's there. Now Jennifer Senek in the center of the field. Ball played in the far side. See if it's too far, if she can keep it inbound. She does. Let's see. Trapped in the corner, gonna try to center it. Back for the Huskies along the far sideline. Gonna get it up to Sang. Out of bounds, Husky throw in. 32 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Ball bouncing around a bit, will stay in Northern control. Played towards center where the Big Reds will control. There's again Taylor Johnston. We have an accidental trip there, so we will have a free kick for the Big Reds. Officials doing a good job tonight of keeping everything under control. DeWitt's trying to keep it in, taken away by the Huskies. Georgia Ray Jones now. Over to Kaylee Gordon on the sideline. Bumped away by Jennifer Senick, but back out of bounds. Huskies throw in. Again, substitutions for both teams. Trying to keep fresh legs out there. And again, especially tonight, cold night. Got to keep the bench active. Worried about cramping. Very easy to lock up in weather like this. Bursky played the ball back along the sideline. Will stay in so far. Turn back upfield. Jennifer Senick now with it. Taking away Kaylee Gordon. And bumped out of bounds. Husky throw in. Long throw and bump back out of bounds. They're going to call it Huskies. Thought that was Port Huron High. Long ball played in. Now trying to track it down was Chelsea Borkovich. Good defense from Port Huron High. That was Becca Jackson with the defense for the Big Reds. Coming back for it, Crystal Draveling. Cuts it up in the middle of the field, centering past Borkovich. For the Big Reds again, clear it to center. Oberski now with it, trying to make a move. She does. A little bit of running room now. And chased down from behind, long shot in. And a slow roller to the goalkeeper, Ashton Hearn. So the goalkeeper will boot it away, back towards center. Played at center by Northern, along the far sideline, and out of bounds. So at center, Morgan Smith now for the Huskies. Dumped into the Port Huron High zone. Bursky will play it in. Tried to clear it to Jennifer Senick. Jennifer Senick, if she can get to it, beats the ball by the Huskies. And a roller will come in to Shelby Connard. But again, seeing some ball at center, eventually rolled out of bounds. We'll have a Husky throw in. Throw in for the Huskies. Eventually knocked back out of bounds. So this time, Big Red throw in. Again, 27-25 remaining in tonight's game. Port Huron High still up 1-0 in this rivalry soccer match. We have a Husky throw in. Senek plays it at center. Now a foot race for it. It's Crystal Dradling getting to the ball. Now Sang on the far sideline for the Huskies. Plays it up the sideline. And played by Vorkovich, but bumped out of bounds. Big Red throw in. Back to the defense. Nice ball played up for the Huskies. Senek now dumps the ball down the sideline. Throw in for the Huskies. Headed by the Big Reds. Becca Jackson fighting for it at center. Oberski comes up with it. Plays it back to the defense, and Ashley Gracie. Haley Johnston at center. Battling it, taking it away. Katie Hunt. Nice move for the Husky again. Sang on the far sideline. DeWitt, ball played in, and will roll, no, saved out of bounds, and will clear to the sideline. So we will only have a throw-in. So a throw in for Port Huron High, deep in Northern Territory. Centering ball here. Got through untouched, and out comes the goalkeeper, and she will pick it up, Ashton Hearn. Ball played clear towards the sideline. Katie Hunt again for the Huskies. Throw in for, again, backed out of bounds. We will have a throw in for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Now Huskies bouncing it back around. Played at center left back. Nice ball played up into the defense. And a header by Ashley Gracie. Ashley Gracie doing a good job heading that Port Huron High defense tonight. Chasing ball down in the corner. And a throw-in upcoming for the Huskies. Throw into Jennifer Senek. Port Huron High centering pass. Too far, Huskies will take over. Oh, long ball played in now. In front of the net, but no Big Reds to take advantage of that. Andrea Jordan plays it up to Shannon Zinkel. That's Ashley Zinkel now kept it in. Looking to have a nice move. Bumped off by the Port Huron High defense, but Northern's not out of this one yet. Turn and fire, twisting off the net off her own player. But the shot gets through, and Shelby Connard, again there to scoop it up. Again, Connard, only the sophomore, starting in net tonight for the Port Huron High Big Reds. Have a throw-in and a couple substitutions. So Port Huron High throw in. Ball bouncing around again, whistle there. So we will have a free kick for Port Huron Northern. Again, a pretty good pretty good and pretty clean game played so far. Nothing but minor penalties. Pretty much just let them play. It's been a pretty good one so far. Again, the Port Huron High Big Reds up 1-0 over the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Huskies are the home team tonight. Ball played up to Port Huron High. In control is Ashley Zinkel for Northern. Bumps it back, again shot up field, but Becca Jackson is there for the Big Red. She will let it roll out of bounds. Big Red throwing. Substitution, so we wait for the subs to come in. Now taking a throw in, we'll have Amber Davis, just coming off the bench. Just waiting for subs to get off the field. Nice throw in off the head of Wilburski to Georgia Jones for the Huskies. Nice move. And Jones again with the ball. Cuts in between two Big Red defenders. The pass over to Shannon Zinkel. Ball played into the box. Still fighting for it. Ashley Zinkel trying to center it. In comes Oberski. But still not to the sideline, centering. Huskies still have a nice shot on this here, and this will roll out of bounds. So we will have a corner kick upcoming for the Huskies. Huskies did pretty good on these corners earlier. A couple balls sent right to the box, have two over. Could do the short corner like they do. This time, nice ball played in just over the net and almost hooked into the top left corner of that net. So great scoring opportunity there for the Huskies, but sadly to no avail. Big Red still up 1-0. 19:47 now remaining in tonight's game. So we'll have a goal kick from Port Huron High. It's going to be taken by CJ Trice. Ball bumped off at center by Jessica Klaas. Now back to Oberski's control. She plays it up the far sideline. And chase it down is Sammy Warsala. Nice takeaway, Warsala, centering pass off the foot and just missed the left side of that net. So quick scoring opportunities on both sides. But so we will have a goal kick upcoming for the Huskies. Marley Jones will take the goal kick. So again, good pressure offensively by both teams here tonight in the last few minutes. This ball will roll out of bounds. Will stay Husky throw in. Quick delay, we're trying to get a ball on the court here. The field, excuse me. Okay, back ready to go. Ball played by the Huskies, trying to turn it upfield. There was Kirsten DeWitt. Shoot it back. Port Huron High able to knock that ball out of bounds. Again, Oberski all over the place. So we'll have a Port Huron High throw in. So throw in for Port Huron High. Ball played in the zone. Foot race to it now. Getting their first for Port Huron High. Again, Ashley Gracie. Seemingly the lead of this Port Huron High defense. That's Georgia Jones. Nice move on Oberski. Back to Morgan Smith. Morgan Smith, nice ball in, played off the chest was Oberski. And we'll play it back towards center for the Port Huron High Big Reds. This ball played up and thought it was going to go out. Sammy Warsala. Huskies turn it back though. Off the sideline, cut off by Amber Davis. Eventually played up by the Huskies and out of bounds. So Big Red throw-in. Now down to 16:05 remaining in tonight's game. Again, the Big Reds still up 1-0 over crosstown rivals, Port Huron Northern Huskies. Huskies again will knock it right back out. Well, we got a second one. We talk about the Husky coaching team tonight. We have Brian Beckers, the head coach, and assistant coach Elena Langoff, and head coach for the Port Huron High Big Reds, Ryan Kablowski. Hope I said that right. Apologies if I didn't. Assistant coach Mike Oberski. So, call him Coach K for now. And he has his Big Reds off to a 1-0 lead here. Ball played up in the far sideline by the Huskies. Back to the Big Red defense, out of bounds. And again, a Husky throw-in. Huskies really have done a lot better job this second half, turning up the pressure on the Big Reds. They actually perhaps had more scoring opportunities than the Big Reds in this half. That pass taken away. Coming back for the Big Reds, trying to turn it upfield. Taylor Johnston got a little bit of room, trying to center it. A down player, no whistle. A long shot bouncing in. And there for the goalkeeper, again, Ashton Hearn, who's had a somewhat quieter half, but still done a great job in goal tonight for the Huskies. Oberski and Jones battling. Seeing quite a few matchups here in tonight's game. Out of bounds, Husky throw in. Waiting, got a little bit of time, some substitutions. Throw in bounced out of bounds. So again, Huskies will try it again. That's Borkovich fighting for it. Again, knocked out of bounds. Nice header, Georgia Jones. Trying to get that ball into the center. But taken away at center, and that's Sammy Warsala. Played cross field. Huskies keep it in Sang. Nice pass towards center, back to Georgia Jones. And on Oberski. This time Oberski with the steal. Nice play, Katrina Oberski. And we've seen those two battling pretty much all night here. Ball played by the Huskies back up towards center. Dump back in. Warsala with a little bit of room now. Makes a move, trying to get a centering pass. Centering pass intercepted, and it could get a shot now. Slow roller. And almost there was Taylor Johnston to get add a little bit to that shot in the end, but nice save by Hearn. That's Borkovich, tagged from behind by Senek. Senek now up to Oberski. Oberski with a nice move and into center field. A long run, quick knock backed out by the Port Huron Northern defense. Senek plays the ball back in. Could have a shot here. Ball high bouncing around, and nice save again, Ashton Hearn. So there we see on the clock, 11:05 now remaining in the second half of tonight's game. Jennifer Senek. It's a ball back to Thrice. Slow roller, and out comes the goalkeeper, Hearn. Pick that ball up. Nice kick back out towards center. Played again by Borkovich. Oh, contact there, no whistle. Is that a clean play? Foot race to it now if she can get a shot. Let's see. That's Ashley Zinkel, gets off a left-footed shot, but under a lot of pressure from the Port Huron High defense and just wide, so we will have a goal kick for Port Huron High upcoming. But a big chance there for the Huskies as we're just about into the final 10 minutes of tonight's game. So the goal kick played out short of center. Georgia Jones plays it. Again, Oberski on her. Oberski controls at center. Will retreat. Knocked out of bounds. Big red throw in. Throwing right along the sideline. Huskies play it back. Again, out of bounds. Whistle for pushing, so we will have a Port Huron Northern free kick. Play a nice long ball into the box. Let's see if they can track this second chance down. Jennifer Senek now with it. Attack from behind, gets it up to the Port Huron Northern defense, who will clear it to the sidelines. So once again, we will have a Port Huron High throw in. Bouncing around Jennifer Senek. Ball played in. Georgia Jones, unable to get control of that. Now to Kirsten DeWitt, back to Oberski, back to DeWitt. Cleared back toward center, excuse me. Played back to that Port Huron High defense. So ball now in the corner. Played up and out of bounds. Oh, still running the sideline. in Port Huron High. Whistle, and we will have a free kick for Port Huron. Free kick's going to be taken by Megan Reyna. So 6:45 now remaining in tonight's game. Ball played into the box. A little too far. Let's see if they can turn and get something centered. Shove in the box, no whistle. And I think you probably just don't get that call with a 1-0 lead. At least not in the final 6 minutes. It's been such a close game all night. Cleared back towards center. That's Chelsea Borkovich. So Borkovich again chasing it to the corner. Port Huron High trying to keep this in bounds and away from a corner kick. Played back, but it looks like Huskies will dump it right back in. Huskies have to keep this pressure going. But it looks like Crystal Dravling is looking clear. Got in Andrea Jordan, nice play. Now back to Oberski, but the Huskies will play it at center. No misplayed. Kissing back down is Sang. Played out towards the sideline and out of bounds, so big red throw-in. Throw-in's gonna be taken by Kelsey Nutt. Kalisha Nutt, excuse me. Long ball played in, and out comes the goalkeeper, Shelby Connard, who will scoop that shot up. Back, and the Huskies will try to dump it right back. Again, Borkovich, which Sang trying to chase it down to the corner, keep it in bounds for the Huskies. Played back out. And it will roll out of bounds. So Husky throw in. 4 minutes now remaining in tonight's game. Quick break for substitutions. Now the throw in right along the sideline. DeWitt and Jennifer Senick playing it at center. Takes control for the Big Reds and will dump it back into the Husky zone. Cleared back out to the sideline, near side. It's Allison Zhang. Now Oberski running the sideline. Centering pass. Intercepted and booted right back out of bounds, so we will have a Big Red throw in. Have a substitution, so quick delay in the game while Amber Davis comes off the bench and starts this back up with the throw-in. Jennifer Senick right in the center, off the side of her foot, and that will miss wide left, but perhaps the best scoring opportunity for the Big Reds in quite a while, but they don't need it if they can hold on to this 1-goal lead. Again, the Big Reds still up 1-0 over the Huskies. 2:23 remaining in tonight's game. Far side throw in for the Huskies. Knocked back out by Trice. Right back out of bounds this time. Big Red throwing. Nice throwing again, knocked out of bounds. So Port Huron High will try it again, and this is eating up some time, and it's not what the Huskies need. DeWitt now chasing it down in the corner is Draveling. Nice ball in center and just a little too hard, but nice centering pass there. And it will roll out of bounds, so we will have a goal kick for Northern. Now down to 1:19 on the clock. You see there in the corner.
1 minute, Shelby.
Goal kick, Big Red still controlled. Georgia Jones now trying to play it up for the Huskies, and Huskies not with much time to work with. Bursky with the takeaway, plays it back to her defense. And the near sideline played up into the zone, and Becca Jackson bumped out of bounds, and I believe this is going to be a corner kick. So the Huskies, 30 seconds on the clock. Granted, there could be some stoppage time, but the Huskies with one final shot here. Nice centering short corner. Ball still bouncing around. Oberski will clear it. See if the Huskies have to keep this in. Nice effort.
10 seconds.
Again bumped out of bounds, and I believe this time this is going to be a goal kick, and should pretty much put things away for the Big Reds here tonight. They will take their time, and there's the whistle. So that will do it for tonight's game. The Port Huron High Big Reds 1, the Port Huron Northern Huskies 0. For all of us at CPHS 6, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight, and have a good night.